All right, update here on the Bitcoin space and the video that I was promising with Jermo, the escaped Chinese fugitive, which was he was gonna join me today. He did actually join me today. So let me break a couple things down here. So I did meet with him this morning, and he's not ready to go public quite yet. He's actually in mainland China, and wise for him not to. You know, they've got some very rigid laws out there apparently. So, you know, speaking out against the government and stuff is just not allowed. So, you know, he's got to get back out of there first, and then maybe do some. He is going to be in Las Vegas at the Bitcoin conference. That's the BTC conference coming up in a couple weeks. So he asked me to go to that, and I told him, I said, if you guys will sponsor me, potentially I'll go. So I may go. We'll see. But I'm not paying $3,000 to see Michael Saylor speak and all these people. So that's one thing. Also, I talked to Mike Middleton. He's wanting to do a show with me. He's suggesting that we do a show with Cliff High and Snip 4, Bix Weir, and do like a 3 Amigos show. If he can set it up, I'm all game. I mean, last thing I heard was that those guys were all compromised under someone's thumb. They were not allowed to talk about the original Bitcoin. So I don't know. Prove me wrong. I really love following the Cliff High Webbot report. I love Bix Weir stuff. Jason 4, they're all awesome. But I've never heard a peep about the original Bitcoin protocol with them. Like, they know crypto inside and out. They don't know Bitcoin. It just makes no sense to me, so I can't understand why, crypto experts never heard of Bitcoin. It doesn't make any sense. So, or if they just have never read the white paper. That's just not true, because I know Cliff High has. He's read the white paper. He knows what's going on. He's no dummy. I just don't know why they don't come out and say, here's why, here's all the reasons, here's my opinion. I'm cool with that. But being completely silent and moot on it gives me rise to question that maybe they're compromised, And I hope not. I really hope not. But they can prove it wrong on a show, and come on, do 3 Amigos show and tell me, debate the whole thing. Why the original Bitcoin is bullshit. It's a bad idea. Okay. I'm open to hearing all that. Why the white paper was wrong. Satoshi got the whole thing wrong. This was meant to be a financial asset for crypto trading. Okay. Well, come on and talk about it. I'd be happy to host a show, and you guys do 3 Amigos. I can be neutral and literally just moderate the thing. That was one thing I talked to Mike about. Also did a suggested show with Mitch from Metawatt Binary, his buddy Iswan that won the hackathon. Brett was working on setting something up with him, so all game for that if we happen to do it. It'd be really cool to set that up and hear from him. Looks like tomorrow is going to be the Orange Gateway show on Kurt's show on CoinGeek. Check that out. That's super important because Centi from Centi Bend, they've delisted Bitcoin SV. So that pretty much leaves options of the very high price Rock Wallet or the Orange Gateway left. Handcash. Handcash doesn't have it. So it's so limited. Like the supply is crap. It's just not easy to get. It doesn't matter. You can get it. Orange Gateway has it. It's possible to get, and it's reasonably cheap. And I love it because it's like an Iceland bank account, foreign bank account. So check that out tomorrow. Definitely want to see how that goes. Look for the shows. I'm going to potentially do a Jermo. Open to other shows ideas. I did have something I wanted to address. There was a guy who reached out to me. I don't know if he wants to be named. He was going by Mike. But he was saying that he had BTC in 2019 and Ethereum. So he had, I think, 3 BTC and like 20 Ethereum in 2019. He sold them all for BSV, Bitcoin SV. And Bitcoin SV went to what? Almost $500. It was like, then it went, and then it got delisted and went back way back down. So he's upset about that and disgruntled. And I'm like, oh, I completely, it seems like it would be a reasonable position to be in. It's funny, I don't know, it's not funny, but I just don't even look at things that way. I don't know why. I'm not. But then again, I wasn't in his position. So, it sounds like he was like going all in on it. And So I sympathize, I empathize with the fact that, you know, it didn't happen and BTC kept going up. Ethereum kept going up. So I sympathize with people like that. I don't in any way try to minimize how that feels for somebody or how that puts somebody in a hard position financially. You know, in going forward, solution-based thinking, we gotta, you know, look at this as if you're trying to invest in this stuff, do not expect to get rich. You know, I mean, I always say that this is like a speculation thing with Bitcoin. You know, it really is in a way, but also building it is a long-term project. Building it on the original Bitcoin, I consider it a 15-year thing. I'm committed. You know, so I don't, you know, just be mindful of that and do not go all in on things in the future for anybody, please. And don't expect to get rich quick. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know. I do sympathize with him, and anyone else who's out there who's been in that position. That there was a lot of people. They had the suit about delisting BSV that was going on in the UK. It was like thousands of people were in there for restitution and damages in like a mass tort or class action lawsuit. So that apparently didn't go so well, but a lot of people got damaged. So we got to learn from that, man. And at the end of the day, Jermo, he asked me, he's like, oh, can I pay you for some services in crypto? And I'm like, well, do you take the shitcoin? Will you use the shitcoin BSV? Because that's really the only crypto I would really even want. He's like, crypto. I'm like, I don't really want any crypto, man. Like, thanks, but well, I'll take BSV though. I'll take Bitcoin SV because then I don't have to buy it. Like, I could just store that. All about that. And of course, then I don't have to pay fees. No gas fees, no transaction fees, no other high fee stuff. I'm like, so yeah, I'll take that all day long. You know, so it's funny, like, as a kind of a boomer mentality, like, I don't want crypto, keep it. But if you're going to send me Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin, yeah, I'll take that all day long. I'm just like, I don't know, my mindset, like, I'd rather have the fiat, right? But except for that one, I'll take it. Check out Orange Gateway and the show tomorrow with Kurt. All right. My name is Gavin Mehl. I will see you at the top.